working with you. We are not here to teach, we are here to share English language, English experiences, and if you asked us all the same question, probably you would get different answers if it's about culture or anything to do.
I'm very pleased to return here. Reference to be made to the fact that I was a tour guide in Scotland and in London, and I was pleased to do that. And I would say about the workshops that we're going to do, have fun, they'll be relaxed. I don't mean without discipline, but feel relaxed. And if you have any questions, I want them to be as interactive as possible. And I echo what was said before. Don't be afraid to speak. It's not a test, it's not an exam. English is an important language to learn. Take the opportunity to make mistakes and learn and be part of thinking and speaking for a while in English. And I hope it will go
It happens that we speak English and our students respond in Polish very often. Or sometimes, you know, everybody's tired and there is Polish or English, unfortunately. But this is not going to happen today. It will be English only. So, and there is one more thing. Actors can do different accents, and I find it really, so I find it really great to hear some accents if you just take this.
On popular request.
Okay. Right, so I think that's it. Do you have any questions?
So you're all in this together, so this is all one class?
Yes.
If this works, you have the potential to change the world. If it works. I think it might actually. And if it does, there is a very, very small possibility you will become incredibly famous. It is a very small possibility, but it just might happen. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's good the way you said that. Alright. So, if I speak too fast, please pause. And that's why I said to close your eyes. Alright, I think for this, I would take, I could take you three, please. Could you just so I remember who you are. You three ladies, please. Could you come and say hello? Just keep together. Do you have one in your house? In the garden?
Yes, in the garden.
And in the evening, well, your father, you're doing your homework.
Exactly.
Fantastic. And I was not funny.
Yes.
You don't know what it is. You accept. You're
Why?
because you chose it. Let me maybe.
And done.
Okay, you are going well.
Less of it.
another lesson? Where they go?
The first class.
2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 5 plus 1.
6.
5 plus 1, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 0, 0 plus 6. Say the name of a vegetable, any vegetable, quickly, quickly, quickly. Did you hear him? Did you hear what he said?
Yeah.
What did he say?
Carrot. Are you a wizard?
So, it is possible to change people's behaviour and to program them, but not if they can't act. Hopefully, architecture, science, then what?
Then maybe I will find a husband.
Find a husband.
Maybe
Must your husband be rich and famous, or an architect, or
he must.
what about Victoria Beckham?
Yes, it's good.
What about Tanya West? Kim Kardashian's husband?
Husband is very good designer.
Okay.
Computer games creator.
So maybe he will make no money, or maybe he'll be a millionaire. Some people are. Okay.
Yes.
Are you a hacker?
No.
It's not real, and you give that back.
Me?
Hello. Hi. Thank you very much. I like coming to this school. Thank you so much. I have some coffee. Okay. Do you have any vodka or whiskey?
No.
On the tournaments or
Do you think computer games should be in the Olympics?
I don't think so.
There was some discussion.
Yes.
Maybe. And also, Fabianski plays for Swansea. Fabianski's lost. And who is the main Polish player? Lewandowski. He plays for Bayern Munich or Borussia Dortmund? He was Borussia Dortmund, wasn't he?
Yes.
Commercial or civil company law? You have 4% economic growth, you have the highest employment rate, you have growing obesity, 720,000 Polish people have gone to Britain. The birth rate is higher for Polish people in Britain than it is in Poland. One Direction. Harry Styles. Yes. Yeah, architect Harry Styles. Yeah.
Okay, now, open this chapter with
I don't go to prison. I didn't uni. Maybe I can do something. Got a little child.
And I understand she has got a little child, but why she didn't think about it before she did it?
About 1 week. Mr. Barton, in the past,
It has become an issue of young men, the community, as you say, why? But
Can we run scene 3 again and give them another go? This is from Juliet and Romeo coming on. And Romeo, I said, now, so everybody else will go to the side because you're not on at the beginning.
that Juliet sounds great when I meet her.
Performances. Yesterday it was really great. The students, after 3 hours, 3 lessons of workshops, they produced excellent.
It is perfectly legal to sell cigarettes. You might say it is wrong to sell cigarettes. It is perfectly legal to kill animals. Person, or are you a sinner? No, she seems such a good mood. She says good things about you.
I really like to do some stupid things with
Things like grass or... I know where we're going with that. Exactly what's coming. Tell me something that most annoys this girl here.
It's good.
No. What's his name?
his name is R.T.
You never sit next to him because you don't like him.
No, I
Okay, fine, all right. Tell me something extremely nice about this lady. Throughout at least one country admire your paintings, and there's a lot of problems.
It's not.
What's your approach?
Thinks that
Dat will be the idea from Sherlock.
that is very good, because usually in the Sherlock Holmes stories, Sherlock Holmes has happened, and Dr. Watson, the friend of Sherlock Holmes, will be the one, and maybe you, will then consider which of our... Now remember, when you come to Sherlock Holmes' house, you are very upset. And can you be upset? Can you be upset? Can we upset for everybody? Okay, very...
You are in my power.
That's fine, yes. The main thing is just to...
What they say, one says happy, angry, that's sad, and that is frightened. Piece of paper. And, okay, don't look at everybody else. Space, okay, and stop. Go to the piece of paper closest to you. And something, you can discuss it together. Yeah, what something that's perhaps one you can have, because there's not very many of you, so we can have one group. Okay, so I would write things down. In English, please.
Story first. What happens? What do you want to do and then what do you want to show? What do you...
You have to hide
Yeah.
and to come
The Germans come.
and take a coming and they take one person.
What is the we will go through it too late?
Yes.
Here and
Yes,
then.
and that would be...
And she's just a kid tiger, so she
Can I-
is called
Can I do something? Okay.
Of course, I have to cut this on your way.
Yeah, that's no problem.
Okay.
I was worried about fire.
Don't worry, get back to work.
Okay. Thanks, boss.
No problem.
Working in the same business in the factory. Now, what happens in a factory when you have many, many workers making cars, for example? What do they join? What's it called?
To be or not to be. To be or not to be. That is the question.
What the hell? Who is that?
No one expects the Spanish Inquisition! You are reconnecting!
Why? I know.
Yes!
I don't know.
It's 5 o'clock! So, I'm sorry, but it's tea time, so if you want now we can make a Spanish Inquisition. Please do it. It's tea time.
Right, is this green tea or is that English tea? Maybe you should sing a song. Do you think they should sing a song? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And we asked how could we get our scripts performed. And the only way, they said, was to create a theatre. That was the only way to guarantee it. So I helped start Almost Random Theatre. We came here in 2012 and we have come back and there are several performances now. And we are going to do 2 monologues and then a short play and another monologue and then another play performed by people from Sobieski school and then finally a play that is going to be performed in London but is also being performed by Sobieski school. I would like to introduce Mary and Richard from Almost Random Theatre.
And this, our life, exempt from public haunt, finds tongues in trees, hawks in the running brooks, servants in stones, and good in everything.
Would imitate and sail upon the land to fetch me trifles and return again as from a voyage rich with merchandise. But she, being mortal, of that boy did die, for her sake.
Yeah. see my picture, Paul?
You're
Yes.
you're a disgrace to our family. How could you?
What's the matter? Look at you.
How could you? We are friends.
We are friends. No. With your mother and you show your body. This
Like this? Look at yourself.
Serdeczne podziękowania dla Waszych nauczycieli i opiekunów, którzy też tu przychodzą bezinteresownie, ale są tam na nas.
What's your name and what are you doing?
My name is Barbara and I'm an actress from England, from the theatre group called Surrounding the Theatre, which is based in Oxford.
Okay, and you've been doing workshops in our school, Sobieski, right?
That's right, we've been doing workshops at your school and we've been doing workshops at the well, how we would say the primary school as well.
Okay. And how would you give a little bit on insight how that looked, and maybe about your own thoughts about different theatrical performances during that time?
Yes, well, the object doing the workshops at this school was to produce some kind of theatrical performance at the end of it that would be presented to the group. So coming here, I knew very little about what to expect, and it has been a huge challenge, and particularly in the primary schools, a particular challenge, but it's been overall, it's been wonderful, and to the creativity and everybody joining in and being interested in the subjects and coming up with their own ideas, it's been really impressive.
Okay, so overall you're quite happy with the workshops, right?
Yes, I think I would do it again. had a job of the hat, as we would say. Particularly now, I know what to expect because I know we don't need many ideas. We just need to encourage people to facilitate what they want to do. Because you guys have all the ideas, and it's really about the language and the opportunity to use the language. It's not really about the acting, but you know, the acting is a plus.
Okay. And now today, for the past 3 days, you were doing workshops, and now today there is this festival of English art with poetry, with singing, and different theatrical performances. Was there something especially that caught your attention today?
Lots of things, really. You have a lot of talent here. The love that a girl had who was reciting Shakespeare, even though the language is very difficult for English people, let alone for Polish people, you could tell she really loved the language. She was reading a sonnet. That caught my eye. In particular, many of the songs and singers, because we recognised people from our groups, that was lovely to see them singing. Some really, really very tuneful, and often the English was very good and you could hear every word. And actually, when you listen to a song on the radio at home, you often can't hear the words. I don't know what they're singing about, I have no idea. But actually I could hear most of the words and understand it. So that's a credit to people's English. And of course the dramas were very funny and very good and very entertaining.
Okay. Thank you very much, Barbara. It was a pleasure.
Very welcome, well done.
Playing the guitar.
I've been playing guitar for 3 or 5 years, something like that.
Okay, and I've also seen that you were part of the workshops provided by A.R.T, the English people that came here to the school. How would you maybe explain a little bit how that worked, and what are your thoughts about that?
I'm really happy about taking a part in this workshop. And I really think that the actors are very lively, they are very friendly to our students in our school. And I think that's a good point at
difficult topics.
Yes, of difficult topics about life.
Okay. And how would you maybe give a little insight on who you thought maybe was better, maybe the singers, maybe the performers?
I love the performance. I love the acting, the actors from Britain. I love their play, and they were very great. I love them, and I really like the workshops.
Okay. What would you explain or say was your favorite of all of those?
My favorite performance was the singing. I loved how the girls work in the high notes and the full sound. So I would say that's my favorite part.
Okay, maybe there was one special song that you really liked, or maybe not really.
I don't think so.
Okay, so all of them were fantastic.
Amazing.
Thank you for giving the answers. So what's your name?
My name is Sobieski.
Okay, and I've seen you were playing the piano and you were singing. What song were you singing? Okay, and if I want to ask you, why do you like singing?
Because it's my passion. I sing for 2 years and I love it.
And looking at this contest that was today, there was a lot of poetry, there was a lot of singing, and there were a lot of different performances by actors. Was there anything especially that you really liked?
Yeah, of course.
Of course. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, over the next 2 years, the results of Kasia's students went down. As a punishment, she was given us to stay at her house again. This has caused her many problems, and I have seen her reading a book that says how to deal with difficult people, because Kasia prepares for guests. So I see her every night when she thinks I'm not watching. She is down at the table with her bottle of wine and her book and her cigarettes, which she has not told anybody about. She's sitting there smoking, drinking, reading how to get on with difficult people. Then in the morning, of course, everything is wonderful. And she makes me sit in the front seat of the car because it is easier to hit someone who's next to you than someone who is behind. But on a more serious note, I'm covered in bruises and I have cuts in me, but that's probably just her cats. So, on a serious note, I would like to thank Kasia and the other teachers who accommodated people, the actors, from Almost Random Theatre. I would also especially like to thank, of course, Mary and Richard, two of the other actors, Almost Random Theatre, who performed a play, Dead Giveaway, at least 4 times, I think maybe 5 times. And of course Barbara, who came with us as well. Barbara is appearing in Dead Giveaway in London next week. And Mary is also acting plays, and Richard is the announcer. And I'm acting in plays as well in London. We have enjoyed our time here We have enjoyed our time here, and it has been interesting and not quite the same as last time, because this time we were judging and we spent more time in the classroom, less time out. But it's been interesting and enjoyable, so thank you once again, especially to the head teacher at Sobieski School. Thank you for inviting us, and of course to everybody else. I would also like to take this opportunity to thank Yannick for doing this while I'm on the camera, which tells me to shut up. Thank you.